I am going to try out to deploy Fury from the back of a Corsair. I really like these new snub fighters. I've always liked snub fighters, the P-72, the P-70, the P-52, all of them. But the one thing that I have noticed that when you are trying to get them in and out of cargo holds, it's usually kind of a messy affair. You can basically get stuck on the floor. You have to wiggle yourself in and out of the cargo hold and all that. But then, now, during Invictus, I actually got myself a Corsair, and I kind of noticed that, wait, this one's got actually a pretty big cargo hold. And as you can see, I've actually fit 3 of these new Fury fighters in here. And I started to do some tests about getting them out of the ship while moving. And as we can see right now, the ship is in fact stationary. Nothing's moving, nothing at all. And getting the ships in and out this way is actually quite easy. The thing that differentiates the Furies from the other snubs is actually that you can withdraw the landing gear or retract the landing gear without the ship actually expanding into its expanded configuration with the wings out. And that actually makes quite a huge difference, because it's usually the landing gears that makes it hard to get in and out of ships because they snag on the floor all the time. Anyway, let's start this show. So we're going to be moving at SCM speed, or should we go faster than that, perhaps? As we can see, the ship is now in motion. So let's close this up. And part of this test was actually to see if you could comfortably fit 3 of these Furies and launch them. And I've tried it once and it seemed to be working anyway. So let's start this thing up and see what I do in order to get it out. So the first thing is, of course, to start the engine. I set the speed limiter to minimum and 1 step up. This will allow me to get the ship up enough that I can get rid of the gear. So now I can actually move around without having to be too encumbered in different places. I move it so that it's basically in the middle, expand the wings, and then when that's done, I open the cargo bay from the cockpit, go a little bit down, and simply back out. Oh, wait, something's wrong. It's not down. Now it's down. Now it's coming down. So go down and back out, and I'm out. And voila, I can go and do whatever I want to do. And that was going at SCM speed, so not full speed. I'm gonna come in here for a landing. When I do, I'm gonna keep my extended position until I get into the ship. Same here, slow speed to get in. And as soon as you get inside, right now I basically take and retract the wings so that you get the actual turning radius. And get in a little bit further. And put the landing gear down, and we're landed. Turn the engine off. Shut the door. And get out. So that was flying at SCM speed. Now let's increase the speed so that we go at maximum speed, basically. So let's look out. Now we're going at SCM speed. And now we're increasing it. So you can start seeing the contrails from the other wings. That's a beautiful sight. And let's close it up. Let's launch. Make sure we don't hit anything specific. Right now I am in the middle of one of those nasty asteroid fields. Start the engine. Make sure we're in the lowest position and get up. Get the gear out. Get it into position. Extend the wings. Open the back door. Lower it a bit and back out. And now I need to work a little bit harder to get it. But it seems to be working, and from what I can see, it works pretty much every time. Stopping Corsair. And this way you should actually be able to make it so that you actually exit the ship fairly quickly. So now we have one more test. And that test is, of course, what will happen if we are doing a full, like, not going in a straight line. And to be honest, I have not really tried this, and I'm fully expecting to basically die in flames. That's my expectation anyway. But we'll see together. I have been trying this and going out face first, and every time I do that, I either get hurt or killed. So, yeah, that's why I tried a different method. And this one actually seems to work. And so far, it's worked every time. So, yeah, it's kind of cool that you can actually have at least one ship which is capable of combat deploying snub fighters. And gear down. And shut down. Close the door. And basically it's the first fighter that you need to have the door closed so that there's no mistake, but the other ones can actually turn around easily enough inside and just basically use this center line as a guide to get out. And yeah, so you should actually be able to deploy. The first fighter might take a few seconds more before you open the door, but the second and the third fighter, if you have the manpower for it, you should actually be able to get them out quite fast in between. And just imagine being shot up by a bounty hunter and suddenly 3 Furies pops out of nowhere and starts shooting you. That could ruin anyone's day. Or you can actually use it like running missions and stuff like that too. So while the main pilot goes to the mission, then the other guys basic combat deploys in these ones, and you basically rip the mission apart. Okay, so let's see here. Open up again. And now we want to go at maximum speed, but we want to do like maximum output. So this is like crazy. Actually, no, we're not gonna do. We're gonna do half out input up. So about half. This is still pretty crazy. If we can get out of this one alive, it's pretty crazy actually. We can just see how it's twisting and turning there. Close it. Well, basically seasick there. Getting in. Start engines. Make sure you're in the right launch position. Extend the wings. Open the doors. And launch. Oh. Nope, that didn't work. Lost one of the guns. But I didn't actually expect myself to survive that one. So actually being able to come out of that alive even is actually better than expected. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get back here and just let me ditch this one for second fighter. This time I actually tried to not just release the backwards button when I exited. Ow, that hurt. So let's move a little bit. Get the second fighter ready. Also, when you have something like this, you really should have all of these already started but the engine's off, so that you can just do like this, so you're at full shields and all that. Getting it down to minimum speed. And then we can basically get it into position, and let's see what we can see. Ow! That hurt. Yeah, that didn't work at all. Boom! And of course, when that stuff happens, the Corsair actually gets damaged. You always get torque imbalance when that happens, which kind of sucks. But yeah, it is the way the cookie crumbles, and when you do this, you want to move in basically straight line, or you will not be able to combat deploy them. But you don't have to move very long in a combat in a straight line for someone to deploy, and if you just do it for a couple of seconds, you should be okay. If you have the communication within the team, of course. Yeah, that was kind of expected. I expected to die this. But as you can see, it's actually not too they don't want to go. Okay. Interesting. But anyway, that's really what I wanted to show, that it is actually possible to deploy these things from a Corsair while actually moving. You just need to be a little bit careful on how you're moving. Anyway, take care. Bye bye.